Greetings, Patrick here. Have Cheetah will view, and well, today we're have Cheetah will watch. We are here for another watch party. That's right. Tonight we'll be watching from 2024, The Little Mermaid, starring Mike Markoff, Lydia Helen, and Jeff Denton, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun tonight, I think. This ain't the Disney version. I can tell you that right now. Not the Disney version. Uh, this uh, this was also directed by, or I should say, written and directed by Leigh Scott. Um, and yeah, so glad you guys are here. I thought that we'd be doing this from. Hey, Anthony, how are you? Hey, Dominic, how are you? I thought that we would be doing this watch along from Tubi, but it's not. The movie's not on Tubi. It was pulled from Tubi, and so we're gonna be watching it uh, from Fossum. So I put the link to Fossum in the chat there. In fact, I should pin it to the top there so people can see it. Okay. All right. What's really fun about this movie, it finally came out. It's been out. I when I talked to both of the stars on Eight Questions with, both of them have been on the show. Mike Markoff has been and will be again, and Lydia Helen was also on the show, and hopefully will be again soon. Um, so yeah, we talked about this movie, but as we know, movies don't always, as soon as they get made, they don't always get rushed out to the screen. See, Dominic is still working on this horror anthology. Yeah, anthologies are tough, man. That I just gotta say, that's a rough way to. I mean, to do it right, to do it right. I mean, there's some people who do anthologies, and it's really embarrassing how bad they are. How am I today? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Hopefully, you guys will come on out, and people will come on out and hang out with us as we watch the movie. We'll start in about 20 minutes or so, um, and then we'll get this thing cracking. Now, this is a bit of a longer movie. This is like an hour and 50 minutes long, so hopefully that won't deter you. This is the first movie I've done where this is a lot of fun. I wish I could have gotten somebody from the cast to come on for this, but that just wasn't happening. Um, in fact, we were supposed to talk to Mike earlier this week, but he is actually on location in Texas, and he actually told me that they had to do move locations, and they were going to doing a 12-mile trip across Texas. Now, I don't know sure how many people have driven across Texas. I've done it 6 times, and as a passenger, that's a fun trip. That's a fun trip, even though it's wide open, but it's still a fun trip. As a driver, yeah, not so much. That's a long drive, unless you like to drive. I mean, then if you do, then you're a happy camper. Uh, yeah, yeah. We had a pretty good week on the show. We got to talk to some really good people, and I have to reschedule. I have to reschedule my some of my guests. Um, we talked to Darren Davidson. She was sensational. Um, let's see. Oh well, she probably wants you to take a break, Anthony. You've been working on it for so long. You probably need a break. As far as Dominic goes, I mean, yeah. How many stories do you have completely written, Dominic? Uh, Greetings, greetings. Hopefully you'll come over and hang out with us. We're going to watch The Little Mermaid because I know there's some Disney folks out there. I know there's some Disney folks out there. Uh, but this is not Disney. We're not going to be. So if you think we're doing Disney, we're not doing Disney. How are you been doing, Jerry? Hopefully you're doing well, sir. So we'll start it. Yeah, see, that's all she wanted. She was just looking out for you. So we talked to Darren Davidson. We talked to Darren Davidson. She was let's see, total of 4 stories, runtime 30 to 40. Okay. So a good short film. That's smart. I like that. Whew, uh, you gonna have a wrap? Are you gonna have a wraparound too? And have you ever seen the two? There's two movies that came out. They're called the ABCs of Death, and highly recommend if you can't find that. Highly recommend you take a look at that one. Um, give you an idea about story length time, because a wraparound and an ending that's gonna eat into your runtime of 40 minutes. And that leaves you with about 30 minutes to tell 4 stories. Not a long time. Maybe, I mean, this is just my opinion, but I think a wraparound and 3 stories for a short story format, it might work better. Just my 2 cents. Yeah, I would actually. That's just my 2 cents based on the people I've talked to on the show, who've talked to about anthologies. Um, yeah, you want to try to at least give, you know, between 8 to 10 minutes per story. So if you did 8 minutes times four, that's 32. Mm, And then if you did a wraparound, another 10, you're looking at between 42 and 45 minutes. I guess you could do four, but they would have to be snappy. That's a tough one. But then again, it can be done. Like I said, the ABCs of Death. Have you ever never watched that show, that movie? Highly recommend that. That movie is bonkers. That movie is bonkers. Both of them are bonkers. But a lot of them are animated too. I believe a lot of them are animated. A lot of them were stop motion. They were tailor made for that format. So a little bit about our stars, a little bit. So Mike Markoff is a rising star. He's been on the show before. He's done some terrific movies. We've actually played one of his movies on here before. We played actually we played Simp, and we had Tremaine Hayhoe come on and hang out with us for that. Um, uh, and Mike's been on the show twice before. He's just gotten really busy, real busy. He was in Hitman with Glenn Powell in a feature role, co-starring role, I should say. And he also did a national television commercial for Amazon that ran in a 30-second format and a minute format. So that's great. That's yeah. Actors, you ask an actor, they'll tell you they love commercials. Commercials can be very lucrative to an actor. Um, and of course, like I said before, he's actually done the favorite movie I've watched this year. He did a movie called When Jack Came Home. Um, uh, that was it home or back? Let me double check that. When Jack Came Back. That's a beautiful film. Wow. Now that movie came out and was finished in 2023, came out in 2024. I saw it this year, and how I do my watching um is actually he's got another movie coming up at the end. I don't know exactly when it's coming out. It might be coming out toward the end of might be either the beginning of November or last of November. I got to ask him again. But he's got another Western coming out called Long Shadows coming out where he's going to play the bad guy. When Jack came out, was directed by Thor Moreno and starred Lance Henriksen and Lindsay Wagner, as well as Mike. It was really Mike and Lindsay Wagner. It was their movie, and it's a beautiful movie. Yeah, it's the best movie I've seen this year. Um, uh, yes, as far as horror goes, yes. No Tears in Hell is my favorite horror film this year, but as far as overall film goes, is When Jack Came Back. That's a beautiful movie. So well acted, and lovely to see Lindsay Wagner back on the big screen again. Uh, she's, the lady doesn't really age at all. She looks not so far off from where she was back in her heyday. Yeah, Lydia Helen she's an English actress, and we talked to her as well, and just drop dead beautiful. Holy shit! You'll see in the movie. Um, of course, I do have preference toward redheads. I mean, I love redheads. Um, but she's a really good actress too, and not only she did this horror film really well, but she's also a collector of blades. She likes collecting different swords, which I think I have to attribute that to Mike, maybe, because Mike is a master of blades. If you ever watched this series called Death Squad, he does a lot of things with a lot of cutlery that aren't CGI. I mean, he's just that skilled. He's also got a chance to show that off a little bit in Simp. Um, and it's funny because there's another redhead who we talked to who also collects swords, and that's Kelly Pulling. Her and Lydia they both collect blades, knives, swords, what have you. Most unusual hobby for a young lady, but Kelly, in her case, makes sense because she was a professional fencer. She fenced in competitions. Um, so uh, let's see. Dominic says here, I think making a short horror anthology film helps with telling shorter stories, then moving up to the other stories. Yeah, I mean, if that's if you want to do horror, I mean, I don't know. To me, it'd be like I would like to do the wraparound and maybe one of the stories, but I would definitely turn it over to see if there's three other stories that you could fit in there. The reason I mentioned that is that because the more people you have, like for an anthology, I think one of the good things about it is when you do an anthology with different directors, different storytellers, you get four different people promoting the movie. That helps. That helps a lot. Um, like when I watched Southbound, was an anthology. One of the calling cards for that movie, especially now, was the fact that Radio Silence did the movie, and that got out, and I think it helped elevate that movie to like cult status. Of course, you have VHS. VHS came out. When it came out, nobody knew what it was going to be all about. No one saw the success that VHS was going to have. Um, but thanks to Amateur Night, we know what happened to VHS, right? It blew the hell up. Um, so now, as far as if I'm not mistaken, I do believe VHS comes out like once a year. But what makes it cool is the fact that it's actually, if you think about it, it comes out once a year around the spooky season. And but in a sense, what you're watching in VHS being released around this time of year, anthology, what we're really doing, we're actually getting is Halloween 3. Halloween 3, John Carpenter always intended it to be an anthology film. He always intended it to be. He thought that that's what he would do. He'd bring out a different movie every Halloween. Yeah, see, I think that's really, really good. And since, and yeah, I think that works. Um, wow, and people, like I said, people don't realize this, but not only do actors get audition, but directors do as well. It isn't just a simple, like call up, call up Joe Smith and have him, direct our movie. No, they look through a director's, they call a director in and they say, hey, we're going to do an anthology. And here's the theme. It's pumpkins. What do you got for us? What could you, get any ideas? And how would you how and offer ideas? How would you film it? All that sort of thing. So, and I've seen a lot of anthologies. Now they've been full length anthologies. I really haven't seen, other than the ABC's Death. I really haven't seen a short film anthology. I've seen feature film anthologies. Some good, some good, some not so good. I love the first VHS. I like the first story a lot. The first story is my very favorite of the whole series. I saw Nightmare Cinema. I thought that was really good. That had Mickey Rourke as the wraparound host. That was pretty cool. Um, let's see, what else have I seen as far as anthology goes? Holidays. I saw Holidays. That was interesting. The worst one, the worst story came out first, and oh man, I was just dreading that. But then it came alive, and man, yeah, that turned to be it turned to be a banger. There was a short story in there that reminded me of Midsommar, but much better and a hell of a lot shorter. There's a terrific Easter story in there. Uh, and my favorite one of that of holidays was the New Year's Eve one, which another movie came out basically with that, and that was I do believe it was called I'm not sure if it was, I don't think, maybe it was called Strange Darling. I think maybe that's what it was, where two serial killers happen to meet at the same time. Um, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a skill. That's a great skill. See, now that you're really good at doing that. See, now when the time comes for you to do a feature film, you can, now if have you got any completed films yet, Dominic? Because Mike and me, Michael from Movies and Beyond. Man, I would shoot him over one of your finished short films and ask him to run it on his channel. I know he'd do it. I know he would, because he him and his and the young lady, she helps she finds them short films on Sunday nights. But if you have a completed a short film, if you have one that's completed, that's horror or suspense, I definitely would send it over to Mike from Movies and Beyond. Man, I think we all turn out for that. I know I would. Yeah, you should just contact him. See, I think he's on Instagram. I know that for sure. You could contact him. Um, you could contact him and see if he would run it on his Sunday night show. I think he would. I can't see why he wouldn't. Now, what's really cool about the Little Mermaid tonight's movie, which we're going to be starting in about 5 minutes. What's really cool about this was at this time when we talked to Mike and Lydia, I believe this is like one of the very first films that was acknowledged the fact that they were taking advantage of what was going on with Disney. They're going to be losing their titles and stuff like that. So we have movies like Winnie the Pooh and Piglet and Popeye and all that other stuff. And I want to believe. I want to say that. I want to say this is one of the first movies that did this, but they did it. They played it straight. I mean, it's not like your typical, low budget horror movie. This movie, there's some thought behind it, and the makeup's really good. The acting's way above average. Um, so now I had a chance. Obviously, I had a chance to watch this movie, and I watched the first 5 minutes of it, and then I decided I wanted to do a watch party with it. So I did not watch. I did not watch this. This will be a first time watch for me. When I'm watching it with you guys, I'm watching the same thing you guys are. So we'll be surprised together, which I think will be that'll be interesting. And I'm going to be putting some. I'm going to be putting. I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to be doing 8 questions with in November, but I still want to stay busy if I want to keep stuff going on the channel. So I'll probably do I'm thinking about doing a watch party every Saturday, and that'll be my live, um, and then the IFC show. And speaking of the IFC show, we will be back tomorrow here on this channel, and we'll be talking about Pontypool tomorrow night at 8 o'clock here on the IFC Midnighters. Mm, I got to hung out with JT last night. We watched and did commentary on Dracula 1931. That's on JT's channel. That was a lot of fun. I had a chance to cover with him. He gave me options. Is what would you rather cover? Alien 79 or Dracula 31? I will with Dracula. I was like I was intrigued. I had already watched and reviewed it on the channel. I really enjoyed it, and I thought let's do that again. So myself and JT, and then a little later on, we are joined by Nanette, um, and we ended up watching Dracula 31. Uh, the man, Bella Lugosi was great. Hey, Lady Valerie. All right, all right. So tonight is the Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid. I'm sure there's some Disney fans here, and we have. I'll drop down the link again. I posted it on top, but I'll post it down below. And if you guys want to watch it, we're watching it on Fossum tonight. Normally we do Tubi, but Tubi, much as we love Tubi, we have to remember one thing. It is a streaming service, which means that they can drop their movies at any time without warning. So, like last week, this movie was here on Tubi last week. And today it's not, but it is on Fossum. So there's the link to Fossum right there. And so you're more than willing to more and able and willing to join us, because who doesn't love mermaids? Just just think of it as Disney. Actually, I'm thinking, if the mermaid actually looked like Lydia Helen, I think we'd be. I think there'd be a lot of fellas that'd be wearing that mouse cap. That's what I think. They'd be going like, is there going to be any mermaid swag at the Disney parks? Once they see our mermaid, I could definitely see that. Uh, all right, this is a little longer than average movie, so I probably will start it now. Um, So if you want to join us, there's on Fossum. This will be a running commentary. Oh, all right. Glad you're home, Lady Valerie. Glad you're home safe and sound. We're going to be talking about probably a little. We'll talk a little bit about our show that we did last Monday with Wisconsin actor Matthew Kenner. That'll be fun. We'll talk a little bit about that. And it seems like all of a sudden it seems like our review of Lo- Sanguine Teeth and a Lonely Road is suddenly picked up some traffic. So I'm glad to hear about that. Uh, all right. We're going to wait till Lady Valerie gets her drink and her snack. We can do that. We can do that for her. She's going to hang out with us. We can wait. That's right. So, now, while I haven't booked any December dates yet, I do have some guests lined up and working on some other ones. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, I lost two guests on Thursday. I had to reschedule them. So I had mentioned before that I had lost my Facebook page. I have no idea why or how or anything other than it was like we kicked you off. So I was like, that's just absolutely terrible. I have no reason, there's no reason for it. Didn't say anything to anybody. But I was worried about the guests. I had guests booked, so I was like desperate trying to reach them, and had no way of reaching them at all. So my brother helped me out and got me another account. Now I went to set that up because I thought my other one was long gone. Um, so I set it up, and then I did something. I thought I sort of knew. As soon as I did it, I'm going like, that's probably not going to work. I put two of my pictures back up from my first page, um, and they said nope, we're going to take that down too because you're impersonating this other person. And going like, how could you be impersonating me when I'm already gone? Um, and then I found out that maybe I wasn't quite so gone as I thought. And that was when I went to try to contact our friend Mary, who does the ISC show with me. I was trying to find her to let her know that we're going to still do Sunday show, and I want to send her the link. And when I did this, I found my page. My original page was still up. That pissed me off a little bit because I was like, wow, if you're going to take someone's page down, you take it down. You don't leave it up to garner traffic and those pictures, like if I can't have them, you sure as hell aren't either. Uh, but then I got a note at 2 a.m. from Eric saying, "Hey Doc, yeah, man, we're gonna be doing a mermaid movie. It's not kaiju, but it's there sort of." So our good friend Eric said, "Hey, man, I think your page is back. I just pinged you." And so I thought it was my new page. He got pinged, and yeah, it's just, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So I got up at 2 in the morning. I said, okay, so he's back on my because I had sent him a friend request on my new page before it got stopped. But it happened to be my page, and I was like, oh well, all right, thank you, I guess. So my page is back, and so we're already thinking about doing some stuff in December. All right, enough of me gabbing. Let's get going with the Little Mermaid. It is on Fossum, and there will be ads. So whenever I have a commercial, I'll stop it, and then yeah. Again, this is the first time watch with you guys as well. Some of my commentary breaks may be a little spaced out because I will be, like I said, I'm watching this for the first time with you guys, so I might be engaged with what's going on TV, or on the screen, especially when the mermaid's on, because the mermaid's a redhead. My wife and I, Lorianne, she and I, um, we were each allowed one celebrity crush, one, and and hers was Alberto Tomba. who was a world-class skier, and she adored Alberto before she met me. But that was her one secret crush. That was her one celebrity crush, you know. And so, and I said, "That's very cute." And she goes, "Well, who's yours?" And I'm like, "Well, you probably never seen her before." Well, who was it? And I said, "Well, it's Dina Meyer." So who's that? I'm going like, "I'll show you." And so I queued up Starship Troopers, and I showed her. I said, "This is Dina Meyer right here." And she goes, "She's very pretty." I said, "Yes." And even to today, Dina Meyer is my one celebrity crush. And if we see here, there's our good friend Mike Markoff. Again, he's a friend of the show and a rising star, terrific actor. Got married this year. I don't think you'll mind me shouting that out. Um, yeah, man, I'm very happy for his success. He's worked his ass off for it. I met him and Josh Hahn and Mike Ferguson when they're all doing Death Squad, and also Michael Cassie, who's also a great friend of the show. Michael Cassie actually did some writing for Death Squad, and Mike. When we had one of Mike's movies on here, we had Tremaine Hayhoe come on, and we watched and commented on his movie called Simp. So there he is. All right. Yeah, I've seen other people too being hit right now too. There's a popular YouTuber that was saying that one of his side accounts got kicked off, and his main account was like 260,000, and he appealed it, and he talked to because he has such a large account, he was able to communicate with YouTube, and man, I'm not even sure if he's still on. But because they told him that that account and any account associated with it, which included his main account, would probably be deleted as well. That would be, and he had just got done basically resetting up his life to invest in YouTube. He was going to power through for a hard year. He had saved resources, he had moved, and he was going to go full bore into it, try to elevate his channel up to where he could live off of it. And then they just got done telling him this. So now he's sitting there. I don't know if he's still with us or not, but yeah, he was not very happy about that. He says he has no idea what happened, none. And a lot of people do. I mean, okay, there's our two fishermen here. That would actually be a really that would be a really interesting costume to wear in the water. I'm sure they had safety divers there because that thing looked heavy. And there's our mermaid. Holy cow! Holy cow! Looks like she's hungry. Holy! Oh wow! Yeah, why are you waiting? Well, she is a good-looking redhead, so I get that. Oh, Siren Song. Wow. So sort of like a vampire mermaid? Yikes. Hmm. Just to take the chill off the room, right? Old road rum. I wonder if that's just I wonder if that's a real rum or if that's just a prop. Yeah, this was done way before all the whole sweeping, or the Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. This movie was filmed before that, but it didn't get its release until I believe it got its release this year. And when I had Mike Markoff and Lydia Helen, who played the mermaid, when they had them both on the show, they were still they had finished it. And I think what happened was I think they had originally intended for this to be made for like a Lifetime market, Lifetime thrillers. And then it's sort of the same thing that happened with Snakes on the Plane. Snakes on the Plane was supposed to be rated PG, but once they heard Samuel Jackson, say, his famous "Get these snakes off my," they went back and they filmed a couple extra scenes for the movie to get an R rating. So they did a nude scene with the first two people that were killed in the plane, and then they did that for the language for Samuel Jackson. And I think that's what they did with this movie. I think they went back and I think they added some more gore to it to make it more appealing to the horror crowd. Yeah, I definitely have to ask them about that rum. Yeah, they made let's think of what they've all have made into a horror movie. Let's see. Eeyore, Piglet, Winnie the Pooh, Popeye. Uh, let's see. Who else have they done? Was it the original Mickey Mouse? Not the current Mickey Mouse, but the original one. I think they made him into a horror movie. Um, wow. Of course, Santa Claus. Santa Claus has been made into horror for a long time now. Uh, yeah, Steamboat Mickey. They made him into a horror film. The original Mickey Mouse. Yeah. You know, I just don't understand. If I'm Disney, I don't think I'm going to be all that terribly upset about this, because all it's going to do is just going to chase a lot of people to regular Disney as well. You know, like once I want to see. Oh, I want to compare Disney. I want to compare their Mickey to that Mickey. I still think they're making tons of cash over all their properties. I mean, even if they do go in the public domain, they still have every right to make product. Now it's just going to be a little bit the cut the cut of the pie might be just a tiny bit thinner, but it's still going to be a Disney market, and we're just still living in it. Steamboat Mickey. That's right. I love the mermaid's name, Aurora Bay. That's such that sounds like a total name that you would have for a mermaid, Aurora Bay. It sounds just yeah. Hmm. There are a lot. I tell you what, there are a lot of creature features out there being shown now. That's for sure. Everybody's doing their best Halloween. They're doing their best Halloween list. I think Brother Max, Brother Max. Um, I think he's got one of the most inventive things I've seen anybody do for Halloween. Most of the time, people do like a movie a day for October. Um, he's done a movie a month. He did one movie for all month. He's come up with 31 different things, all wrapped around Tusk, the film by Kevin Smith. Uh, I'm waiting for him to complete it after next Friday. I'm waiting for him to complete it, and then I'm going to playlist that thing because I'm so curious to see how he did it. Um, I don't know if I could make him. If I don't know if I could take a movie, even one that I truly love. I'm not sure if I could. Yeah, I think I am going to stream. I'm not going to be passing out candy, so I think I'll just stream. Yeah, I'll maybe we'll do a watch party on Friday. We'll grab something and then we'll hang out. Yeah, I'm not going trick or treating. Um, I did that 31 days of Halloween challenge. I did it twice. I tried to do it one year and I only got through 18. That's a bear. And the thing what it was I was doing it every day in October. The key to doing the 31 days of October is you do it in September. You do it in September, and then you just time it out when it comes out on in October. That's the only way you could do it and keep up and stay sane. Uh, so, are you guys passing out candy, Lady Valerie? We don't get as many trick or treaters here as we did when we first moved in. Um, the first the first few years we moved here, man, crazy. Um, the first 2 years, I think the first 2 3 years was absolutely nuts, and that was because we don't live that far away from Detroit. A lot of the kids were brought here from Detroit. They would load them up on church buses or school buses and bring them to us. We're about 25 miles away because it was much safer. Um, yeah, Halloween week in Detroit is not necessarily a good thing. It used to be a lot worse. Even before I got here, it used to be a lot worse. They used to do a Devil's Night, and people go around and torching buildings, and it was horrible, horrible. They don't really that doesn't really happen too much anymore now. Now, if you try to do it, your ass is caught. They are ready for you. If you think you can get away with torching something, they're waiting for you. So we haven't had too bad for recently, but still, it's still let's see. Wow, first time we're doing a nighttime trick or treating in years here. Yeah, see, that's why they brought them here. They brought them here because that way the kids could trick or treat safely. And they brought chaperones. Um, but our normal kids would probably go from about 60. One of our neighbors said, "Yeah, you'll get about 60 kids." For the first 3 years, we generally got about 150, and about 90 of those kids were from the inner city. So we made sure that we went to Dollar Tree and we stocked up, and that's the only way you could do it. You could afford to do it. If you try to do candy, from the regular grocery store, yeah, it was way too expensive, way too expensive for what the kids that you get. Um, but now they don't come out here very much. Maybe I'm just not looking for it. I don't get anybody knocking on my door because I have my light off. I just don't do holidays anymore. I just don't. Um, but yeah, that'll be very exciting, Valerie. I'm happy for you. I hope it works well. I really, really hope it works well. It would be fun to hear that. But I would definitely go to Dollar Tree though for the snacks. I would not go to the regular grocery store and get M&Ms and mounds and stuff. That's just going to be too expensive. Dollar Tree, and believe me, at that age, kids don't care. They just want candy. Now we do get about one or two a year here where some asshole will put something in the candy and they do it for the publicity. They're not trying to hurt anybody. They just do it for like, look what I did. But of course they get caught. DNA, guess what, kids? DNA can pick your ass up real quick off a wrapper of a candy bar. You think you're going to be slick putting it in there, but you're going to leave something behind. And so I wouldn't recommend that. Man, Lydia Helen is absolutely a stunner. And she's an English actress too, so she's but yeah, man. And a shark. Oh my God, look at the shark. Oh shit. Now that's very impressive that she knows how to write. That's interesting. Holy cow. I wonder if she eats people food, or is she mostly into canned tuna? Uh-huh. Wow. I don't I think he's gonna be bewitched or be mermaid, isn't it? This is a really well shot movie. I agree with you. Okay, I'm on a commercial, so I'm gonna be on a commercial. So, oh, what? Really? Okay. Can I do that? Oh, okay. Wow. See, I got a commercial for Charmin. Okay, we're back. All right. Uh, yeah, this is actually filmed on location down in the Caribbean. I just like to know how the mermaid got her clothes and her necklace. Boy, she is putting the seducement on him. Yeah, let's see. This year they are actually doing trick or treat on Halloween, and with Halloween being on a Friday, yeah. Well, if they have chaperones, that's the thing. Chaperones and I and the age of the kids. That's the other thing too. Um, if you're coming up to my door and you're like bigger than me, I'm probably not going to be able to really help you out there. Um, though I will have to say that when I was a teenager, um, my freshman year, um, I took two bags with me, and I went trick or treating, and I went trick or treating for me, and I said my brother who was sick at home, so I was trick or treating for him as well. So I got a lot of loot that year. Uh, and of course, after next week, the hopefully Jimmy Kimmel will have his he'll have his annual Halloween where uh, where he gets the parents to hide all the kids' candy and tell the kids that they ate all the candy or they took all the good ones out. Kids are kids always fall for that. Where's all the good candy at? Oh, I ate it. Put a couple of wrappers out there. I ate it. Kids get blown away by that. Mm. Got good chemistry between these two. Man, I forgot about that. Oh, yeah. Lydia was still relatively newish when she filmed this, and uh, um, she had done some other things too, short films, TV appearances. But as far as feature films go, she is relatively new. And according to her IMDb page, she has a lot coming up. And there's some that I am looking forward to. including the Knight, the Wizard, the Giant, and the Morrigan. I'm looking forward to that, considering that we do know a Morgan. So looks like she wrote a script, a co-writer maybe, or she wrote a script, um, and some other things. But these are all over in England, so I'm not sure if they're coming out as movies or as TV or on TV. Uh, See, the one good thing about Milwaukee is that we have an amazing city park system, and they do a ton of stuff for the kids for Halloween. Yes, I think more and more people are actually doing that, Lady Valerie, and that is the trunk or treat, and that's where parents will go to a church. They'll open a church parking lot, and they'll back the cars up and flip the trunks up, and that's when and the kids will just walk the parking lot and get a piece of candy that way at the church. That seems to be a very popular way to do trick or treat this year, or last few years, and I think that's one of the reasons why I don't get nearly as many kids as I did before. Is I think that's what they do now. They'll go to a public parking lot or a church parking lot, and or even a police department parking lot, and they'll open up the trunk. You can go there, set up your car, trick it out, you can make your car into like a spooky little area, and then it gives kids a chance to walk around in a safe environment and get candy. Which I actually think that's actually probably the overall, for some cities, I think that's the best way. I mean, here, I think what dictates the kids here too, as far as the kids who live here, is the weather. If it's cold outside, we don't get kids. We don't get them at all. But I do think it will get them a lot this year because of the Friday. Okay. Oh, okay. Underwater. I do believe Mike said that he had to get if I'm not mistaken, I think he said he had to get a diving certificate for this. But he does a lot of things like this. He's very much into athletics. He does diving. He does like I mentioned before. He likes to he's into blades. He's into sports. He stays athletic. He's athletic, and he likes coffee. Man, filming underwater. Man, what a oh, it's right. Yep. Now this is actually Lydia here. This is not a double. This is Lydia. Lydia did all her scenes in this movie. Yeah, she had to hold her breath, and she had to come down there and swim like that, and then there would be a diver right there to help her breathe. Of course, now he's blown away because now he's seen a mermaid. I would be blown away too. I would be like, like what the hell? Yeah, that would be my face too. Be like, what the hell? Of course, he's a doctor. He's an archaeologist, so they're not going to turn around and sit there and say he's crazy. I think their faces dictate what they think. It's like, did he really see it? I think he did. but they're sort of skeptical still because mm, oh wow, is she able to blow away his pictures? Okay, a scammer. Okay, back out of another commercials. Mm, still commercial, still commercial. There's Finch. What the hell? Wow, Michael Emerson did a commercial. Still looking for the fifth season of Person of Interest. Still. Ugh, okay. Ah, I got a picture of her. Okay. I'll stop. Let me know where you're at. I will be at, I'm at 30, 30:16. Oh, I thought this, okay. This movie's a lot shorter than I thought. I thought this movie was 20 minutes longer than I thought, but good. It's only 90 minutes. Okay, good. I was like, oh, I want to keep movies about 90 minutes for watch parties. Okay, yeah, 30 minutes and 16 seconds. That's where I'm at. All right. This is a lot of fun. This is a fun movie. Now, I'm not sure if this gets a physical release or not. I don't. Uh, all right. I am ready to yep, engage. Make it so. All right. So I got something I could talk to you with, Lady Valerie, since you're here, and I think maybe you if you want to do something along here. So what I did was I thought about since I have all this TV stuff I have, I thought I'd go ahead and start reviewing some TV shows, and not shows from from the first episode to the last because that'd take forever. But I thought I'd just go through different series and pick out an episode and then talk about it and what have you. So there'd be all sorts of things for if someone saw the playlist, there'd be all sorts of things they could watch. Um, I've been thinking about doing something with TV because I have gotten so many TV series at the library. It is fun. I'll show you the first thing I did. I'll drop it in the I'll drop it. I'll drop it on your Facebook page. I think I liked it. I have. I'm gonna be. I thought I'd do it every Sunday afternoon. Let's see. Okay, so I'll drop that. After the movie. After the movie. Yeah. So the cool thing about it is, Valerie, is that we would record it. we wouldn't go live. We would record it. We would, meet at a certain time, and then we just go ahead and record it, and then have it come up on Sunday afternoon. So we wouldn't be distracted by any, how it is with lives. You can get off tangent. Um, and I thought I'd make the show between like 30 minutes to between 30 to an hour. The first one I did was only 32. It was only 32 minutes, and then I did another one that was only 25. I'm not pushing it. I know that there's other channels out there that deep dive TV episodes, um, but I'm not really sure. I mean, I was able to pretty much get what I wanted through 30 minutes. I'm not sure. The more that we, especially with a co-host, I think if we had a co-host, we could probably do an hour easy. Nice, nice. I like that. You gotta post some pictures of it. I think they're trying to tell Mike. Yeah, yeah, they're gonna tell Dr. Prince that his time is over with. That is a great painting. Oh my gosh. Redheads. Yeah, yeah. I really like these two quite a bit. Now here's what's happened with Mike since this movie got filmed. Um, since this movie got filmed, he landed a national commercial for Amazon. So he did that. Uh, he came out in a movie called Hitman, which starred Glenn Powell, and he was a supporting actor in that. Uh, he has done another a drama movie called When Jack Came Back, and he co-starred in that movie. He was the male lead in that movie, and he co-starred with Lindsay Wagner and Lance Henriksen. He is doing another movie that we were supposed to talk about, um, called uh, 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 yes. He will definitely he's gonna be more well known here shortly. Definitely. Lydia Helen, who plays Aurora, she's English. So right now, I think a lot of her work is done in the UK. So yeah, we might have trouble getting to see her work unless it goes straight to streaming, of course. But yeah, that's just yeah, she's ridiculously pretty. I want to say this is her first feature, but let me double check on that. I want to say that was, but I don't know. So she did a TV miniseries, TV series, uh, basically extra short TV series, short, short. Yes, this is her feature film debut. That's what I remember about. I knew that because when Mike and I talked about it, he told me that this is her first feature film. Yeah, she crushes it, and he was telling me about all the stunts that she did. She did all her own stunts. Let's see if they have any. See if they have any trivia here. The last time I saw a movie like this, the last time I saw a movie like this does remind me of a film. It reminds me of a Lovecraft film called Dagon, and Dagon was very cool, and it sort of had the same thing. It had the same general idea. Right, right. I thought one of the funniest things I've ever seen with a mermaid was in Scrubs. Um, and Turk, he believed in mermaids, and so they did this special where they flew down to the Caribbean because the janitor was getting married to he was getting married to his love of his life, and they were in the water, and Turk actually had an encounter with a mermaid, which was quite funny. I'm not sure exactly what kind of trivia they would have for a movie like this. It's not that well known. I'm at a commercial. They don't do that many commercials. I've noticed. They have a commercial for Funko Pops. Oh, that's weird. Well, yeah, but how much how many do you have to buy? Oh, that's crazy. All right, back to the movie, and we are at 40 minutes and 7 seconds, and it looks like oh, last time we saw Aurora do that, she was biting somebody's neck. Huh? He's doing some great acting right here. You know, the acting about not wanting to kiss her. That's some Oscar-winning shit right there. Well, I guess he changed his mind. Unless that's his girlfriend there. No. Oh. Uh-oh. Mhm. you can see how this was actually made for Lifetime originally. Just for the simple fact there's just absolutely zero. Oh, that's a servant, I guess. Oh, that's the first guy, the guy she chomped on the boat. Oh, so I guess she has vampire powers. Oh, she's not going to go in the water in here. Ooh, she. Well, that's the guy who's trying to shut him down. Hmm. So she has those siren powers. Oh, that's so she's able to get him to do whatever she wants. Uh, yeah, she looks great. There's the Little Mermaid. She has red hair too. The Disney one, right? Yes, she plays a great villainess. Now, did you ever see the Wedding Crasher? The Wedding Crashers when I Love Fisher premiered. She's a short redhead. She married the guy who played Borat. Well, they got divorced now, but she played a like unhinged part in this movie called Tag. Boy, she she was crazy in that movie. Um, and she also did one called Life of Crime, and yeah, but she reminds me, of course, since she's redhead, I guess, but she's really tiny. Um, but Lydia Helen reminds me of her, like a slender version. Isla's very curvy. Wow, that's in really good shape. That artifact, it's in really good shape. Yeah, she has a lot of stuff in production and post production, but as far as when this movie got released, she's done. There's one. I'm not sure if it's a movie or a TV series called Regal, and then she did a video, which is probably made for TV movie, Henry VIII in Warwick, and then she did another short called The Daughters of Silence. So It's hard getting it's hard getting a good jump off in England. It really it's tough and a lot tougher than we realize. I did an interview with Catherine Shannon last week, and she was telling we're talking about the British TV. Man, that is crazy. I'm just oh we thank you. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. This has been a lot of fun. This has been a lot of fun. I would have invited you to come up, but I just didn't know what your schedule was like. I didn't want to put any pressure on. But I definitely would want to do it. I want to definitely would like to do a watch party with you, Valerie, for sure. And Mike's going to be back this weekend, right? Michael from Movies and Beyond. He should be back this weekend from Scarefest. So that'll be fun. Yeah, and well, I hope you know what? Good because I got the first TV show we could talk about too. I thought because I still wanted to do this with you, you and Katie and Eric, but I got the first thing for us when you get your studio totally set up and we'll record it. I actually found the complete series for I was shocked. I got it for really cheap. I mean, real cheap. There's this there's also a new wholesale place that's been advertising a lot too. And I tested it out. I was curious to see if it was any good or not. So I tested it out. I bought a series that I had wanted to see, but I never got to because it came on TV and I don't have TV. So, but I really wanted to watch it. And so they're selling it wholesale for $21 for the series, which is actually really good. That's very fair. It's $4. That's $4 a season, and that generally is what I like. That's probably the most I'll ever pay for a season. It's $3.99, $4, and so I got the show called Evil, which I really wanted to get it because they had Mike Coulter in it, who played Luke Cage. I was really curious, and I had heard nothing but good things about it. So I bought it, and I was a little worried. I was thinking, man, maybe they're showing all these ads on here, so I was like, okay, that's got to be legit. Um, but I was still thinking that maybe it was a bootleg, like maybe they're just bootlegging these things. But it turned out to be legit, and I hit a commercial. Okay, we're back. Uh, I sort of missed it. I'm at 50 minutes and 10 seconds. What's he trying to dig up? A boat? Oh, grave. Oh, maybe a graves. It's probably gonna be one of those things where it says, do not fall for the redhead." Oh, they're celebrating whatever it is. Yeah, I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed this quite a bit. Now the funny thing too is the fact that um it's weird is that TikTok, they will actually let you go and play the movie. I mean, they'll let you do copyright on some things, I guess. I know, but you should know better. But you should know by now, Val. I'm always pulling up some stuff that nobody ever knows about. That's my calling card is to find stuff that you guys haven't heard of yet. But I'm very excited for both these actors. I think they're gonna be they're gonna do very well, the both of them. I wish that Lydia could get over to the States. I think if she moved over here, man, I don't think she would have to worry about working ever again. I think she would be in such demand. I mean, she could do anything she wanted to. Though I have to admit, though, I still have to give my hats off to Brother Max, though. As far as the most original thing I've seen for October, that coverage of Tusk for 31 days is a hoot. I will say between the two of us, though, of Lady Valerie, I was really happy I was able to come by and pay my respects to Stephen. Um, I was uh, I was glad to do that. I kept on while I was sitting in there. I just kept on thinking it would have been nice if it would have been nice if they would have let him see a rough cut of the movie. You know, I think if Michael Landon had been still there, if he had directed the movie all the way through, I think that Michael would have made that happen for him. I think his friend knows something's not quite right. Hmm. I don't think his friend is quite as trusting of Aurora as we are. What does she want, and how she's planning to get it? Yeah, Fossum is not bad. I don't. I mean, they pretty much run a lot of the same films that Tubi does, except for the originals. But but as far as the regular movies go, like this, and yeah, and they have TV shows on as well, and I mean, they don't do numbers. They don't release number of how many people are watching. But I'll be honest with you, I would not be surprised to see Tubi within shouting distance of Netflix in terms of viewers per month. I would not be surprised by that. What's really cool too is that we had the writer of the very first Tubi original film. We had the writer on, Spider Dabrowski. We had him on for a watch along as well. But I mean, people spend so much money on streaming. I mean, Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus. I mean, Paramount. I mean, Warner Brothers, and it's just we got away from cable because cable got so expensive, and you just traded one master for another. It's the same thing. There's nothing. The only thing that's different about it is one has a cable and one doesn't. Otherwise, it's the same expensive. You know, let's see. I would love Katie to do this. I just don't know what her schedule is. Her schedule is so. Um, I mean, I barely see her. I don't really see her that much, and except for on TikTok. Um, she's on TikTok quite a bit. She does. That girl is seriously reading. She's a speed reader. I didn't know that. Because I think she told me she was dyslexic at one time, and I know that affects reading, but that girl plows through a book a day, 1 or 2 days. I used to read like that. It's like now I'm more, I'm much slower. I can read about 100 pages at a sitting, so I can get through a book in about 4 days, 3 4 days. But I used to sit down and read a book in a shot, one shot. Um, Barnes and Noble. I used to go over to Barnes and Noble whenever they got a new book, new Spencer book. I used to go over there and grab a cup of coffee, and I sit there and read the whole book and sitting down. Some of the I could always tell. I could always tell whenever they had a new employee at Barnes and Noble, because they would come up there after I see me finish reading the book, and they would come up there and say, "Are you going to buy the book?" And I go like, "No, I read it." And they get pissed off at that. But the older people, the older employees, they knew, they would just see me read and they say hi, I say hi back, and then whenever I was done, I put it back on the shelf because I can't afford $30 for a hardback book. See, his friend is he suspects something. I think he thinks, oh, there's Aurora. Wow, yep, that's her. She's a lot older than she appears to be. 1921. Oh, she's over 100 years old. Looking good for 100 years old. Yeah. Okay. I'm at the commercial. So commercial. Okay, I'm back. We just hit the 1 hour mark, so we are headed. Uh-oh. Is she waiting for him? Oh, for her villain, her henchman. Uh-oh. Look out. Don't look at his neck. Oh, there she is. He knows something's up. I don't think her siren song's gonna work on him. I think he's gonna be immune to it. I think it's because he's scared. Man, look at that necklace. She's got beautiful eyes. Mm, wow. Uh-oh. He must know something to be able to hold her off, I think. But we'll see when she flashes those chompers. Is she gonna be able to seduce him after all? I don't know. I don't think he'll go. Mm-mm. Okay, he managed to get out of there. And she didn't try to seduce him either. But I think she's gonna have her henchman do something. Yep, take care of him. I don't think that's gonna work. I don't think that's gonna work. The only thing I can think of, I what is? Do you think she'll try to convert him into a become a merman? Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what they did in Dagon. But I wonder if they're going to use that same plot device here. Uh, I definitely think that's a good. It's a great storyline, and of course you always need great actors. And this isn't a fluke either. Mike Markoff is this good. He's this good. There's another movie that I'll send you the link to. My favorite movie this year, and it's really good. I loved it. When Jack came back, I loved it. Such a great movie. Let's see. What else has he done? He's done The Legend of Hawes, which is really strong. That's a Western. He's got a new Western coming out too. Um, we were supposed to talk about it. It was supposed to come out beginning of October, but the producers or the distributor said that they were going to change the release date until either late this month or early in November. See, I'll tell you which movie it's going to be in. Long Shadows, and he's going to be in, and that movie has some star power to it as well. Let's see, that one has let's see, Dominic Monaghan from Lost and The Lord of the Rings. Um, Jacqueline Bisset, Chris Mulkey, Dermot Mulroney. So that's going to be I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to talking to him about that because the hell, that's some star power right there. Uh-oh. They're gonna oh she's not gonna kill him, is she? Oh, got sacrificed. Wow. Oh, that's it was a dream. Whew, damn. That was some good gore though, right there. That was some great gore. I mean, he was peeling off his face. And then there's always the best friend trying to warn your ass. Don't do it, mister. Don't do it. You don't know this girl. Mm. I love the location shooting though. Uh, hey Marty, how are you, sir? Gonna do it again too, Marty. Gonna do it again. We're gonna go ahead and get her back where she was. We're not gonna let that one stand. We're gonna get out there and push it again. We are watching the Little Mermaid. Well, his friend is doing his damnedest best to save his life. I'll try. I'll give him that. But I don't know. Mm. Okay, I'm back with another commercial. Oh my stars, really? ABC Warehouse has a commercial on here? Wow. Shit, I thought those guys were barely hanging on. Wow. That might be a last hurrah. We have a electronics chain called ABC Warehouse, and man, it's been rough for those guys. Oh, see, oh, that was been trying to tell you guys. There she is. Now you got to help me convince him. Why don't they just bring him in there and show him the picture, or take a picture or something? It's too late now. Ooh, God, that water's, yeah, he's already gone. Oh, spear guns. Oh, snap. They're loaded. They're loaded for shark. How are you gonna get close enough to spear gun a mermaid? Oh, he can spear gun his ass all day long. Hmm. God, that's a great. That's a great looking. That's great. That mask is awesome. Look at that. Oh, you missed at that range. Uh-oh, that's not good. God, glad you found that out on the shore instead of under the water when you really would need them. Mm-mm-mm. Wow, is that a pit? There's definitely a lot of Lovecraft in this movie. There's definitely a lot. There's some Lovecraft influence in here. Mm. Don't let them go inside there. Don't. We can't send your minion down there. Hmm. Yeah, it's really good. Whoever they hire for their cinematographer knew what they were doing. Oh, I guess they captured his friend. Oh, that's not good. But that mask is amazing, though. Oh, they didn't get rid of him either. Okay, well, that's a good thing. Man, I don't know how you can miss at that range with it. He shot it between both the bad guys and an upscale shot. It's like, man, I don't understand how you missed anything. I mean, you would have hit one or the second. You would have hit one or the other. Oh, I think now her true colors are going to be showing here. I think her teeth are going to show. Yeah, not quite yet. Come into the water. The water's no worries. The water is fine. Now you can really. There's a I like this. I like this shot right here where she's not wearing any makeup. And she really is striking. Mm, don't let her bite you. Watch out for those teeth. They only showed the teeth. They only showed the teeth the one time. I was hoping they would show it again. So I guess he has to sacrifice himself to. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I really am. I'm enjoying the hell out of this. Oh, he finally okay. He finally did. Okay. Oh, yeah. Look at her. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. She is not very nice. Oh man. Oh, wow. She wow. She did it. And herself too. Oh, that's not very nice of her. But why did she stab herself? Oh, man, I didn't see that coming. Did not see that coming. No, ne I wasn't either. Oh, that sucks. I guess they're gonna try. But at least they were able to stop those 2 other mermen, so that was good. I mean, but I don't know where they think that she's gonna go. Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. Okay. So I think that she gets underneath that spot, she'll be able to regenerate herself. Maybe. Oh, it's a ritual. Rise, Imhotep. Rise. Rise, Imhotep. As you can see, I saw the mummy returns one too many times. Rise, Imhotep. Hmm. Hmm. It does sort of look Egyptian, though, doesn't it? Hmm. Oh, hey, what? I thought we saw. I thought she. I thought. Oh, okay, I guess she lived. I don't think the siren's going to work on him. I think he's immune to it. Yep, she's back. Don't let her get close to you, dude. Hmm. Unless he has something for her. Is that where she's at? Her home? Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. Man, that was great. That was great. Nice job too, Leigh Scott. Holy crow! See, director of photography is Mike Mahone. Yeah, well, he did a great job. Yeah, I agree with you, Val. That was really really good. I think a lot of people were probably scared off this movie when I put it on here for the watch party. I think they probably thought it was going to be like one of those really low budget, Piglet, Winnie the Pooh type movies. I think that's probably what they thought. Um, that's the Oh man, I'm always on the hunt for really fun movies like this. This is what I like. I really really enjoy doing this. This is great. Man, and honestly, can we just be honest for a second? Isn't it nice to break away from what everybody else is freaking talking about and to watch something like this? Oh, I just can't tell you how it's sort of like I dread October, because oh my God, all I see is just the same old names that we always talk about. It's like, why can't we talk about something new here? Next Halloween, I can talk about this movie. Yes. That's what I like about Mike's Sunday nights when he does the shorts. I really, really like those. I really like that. That's a very entertaining night of YouTubing for me. When he does the short stories, very much so. They're very refreshing. So I enjoy doing stuff like this. This is a lot of fun, and not just one genre either. Different genres like we do. That's also a lot of fun too. Well, that was the Little Mermaid from 2024. See what's going on for tomorrow night. Tomorrow during the day, at 6 o'clock. We're gonna try a new title for TV Thoughts. Our friend Jamie suggested a name. And we're going to use that and let you guys vote on it. I will tell you that we'll be covering the first episode of Burn Notice tomorrow night, tomorrow for our TV series. Um, Burn Notice came out in 2007 on the USA Network. It ran for 7 years and stars Bruce Campbell. That's right. I'm keeping. I'm. I'm not letting you guys down. We got some horror. We still got some horror, to go here in October. But I love Burn Notice. Yeah, me too. Me too. Love Burn Notice. Jeffrey Donovan, Gabriel Anwar, and Bruce Campbell as Sam Axe, Sharon Glass. So we're covering the first episode of the show tomorrow. That'll drop at 6. And then at 8 o'clock, we'll be back here for the IFC Midnight Show, and we'll be taking a look at Pontypool, starring horror's most underrated actor. Nobody talks about this guy at all. But he's done so many of the most influential horror movies that it's an embarrassment to sit there and say. A lot of people say, "Well, I didn't know just how exactly how damn good he really was," but he has been in some terrific horror movies, and that is Stephen McHattie. Steve McHattie, Canadian actor. He's done so many, and he's done a lot of IFC movies as well, including a terrific one, which I hope that we'll be covering soon, called Haunter, which is an excellent movie. But tomorrow night we're going to be covering Pontypool tomorrow night here on my channel, and yeah, I want to thank our guest, our Lady Valerie, our co-host. I should actually sit there and say our co-host for tonight, Lady Valerie. Marty, thank you for coming in. That was awesome. And Dominic, I can't wait to see what you can do with your shorts. We'll definitely talk about it. Anthony, hope you feel better as well. And to anybody watching on the replay, I will be putting down the interviews that I had with Mike and Lydia. I'll be putting both their interviews down in the description box, so you can go back and take a listen to what Mike and Lydia had to say about working on the Little Mermaid. Uh, and as far as our show goes, our last two shows of the month are scheduled on the 28th and the 29th. The 28th, we'll be talking with Tori Rice. On the 29th, we'll be talking with Jill Holder. And then, yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I'm glad to talk. I'm glad you got to hang out with me tonight. This was a lot of fun. I'm going to be doing 4 more in November. Since I'm not doing 8 questions with, I'll be doing 4 more watch parties in November. I don't know what they'll be yet, but they will be up and running before the end of the month. And I promise you, they'll all be very entertaining, and they'll also be free to you to watch either on Fossum or on Tubi. So either place, free platform. And I already know one of the movies, but I'm gonna wait to surprise you with it. I can't wait to tell you about the backstory of it too. It's gonna be a scream, baby. All right. Thanks so much again, and we will see you tomorrow at 6 o'clock for the premiere of our Burn Notice review. Talk to you soon. Love you. Love to everybody. Peace.